It found me 3 weeks after I returned home. At first, it stayed small, a stain in the corner of my ceiling, a smear beneath the doorframe. It followed light instead of avoiding it. It leaned the wrong direction when I moved. And sometimes, it giggled. High, breathless, close to my ear. I set traps. Floodlights in every room, salt lines along the walls, cameras facing inward, never outward. The footage is why I know this isn't madness. At 2:13 a.m. every night, my shadow disconnects, just slightly, just enough to blink. I studied everything I could about him, about Neverland, about the stories children whisper when adults leave the room. Everyone focuses on the boy. Nobody asks about what he lost. You see, the stories say his shadow once ran from him. What if it never went back? What if something else stitched itself to him instead? The night I decided to hunt it, the house felt different, heavier, as if the dark had weight. I turned off every light at once and waited. Darkness thickened like wet fabric pressing against my face. My breathing sounded too loud, too human. Then it moved. Across the floor first, a ripple in the black, then up the wall, then across the ceiling. Wrong. Shadows don't crawl toward light sources. They crawl toward you. It slid down the corner of the room, folding in on itself like a broken limb. I didn't move. Hunters can't flinch. "Peter?" I whispered. The giggle came from everywhere and nowhere. Something cold brushed the back of my neck. Not fingers, flat, like paper. I lunged, knife cutting through empty air. But the shadow didn't need air. It didn't need shape. It rose behind me, taller than the room, stretching beyond the ceiling, bending against physics. My own shadow twisted with it, bones elongating, neck snapping sideways. On the camera monitor beside me, I watched myself stand perfectly still, smiling, while my body in the room shook violently. That's when I understood. I wasn't hunting it. It was separating me, peeling me. The giggle deepened, slowed, no longer childish, hungry. My feet lifted off the ground, not physically, but my shadow's feet did. They stepped forward, away from me, and something inside my chest pulled tight, like thread unraveling from skin. I grabbed the floodlight and snapped it on. For 1/2 second, I saw it. Not a boy, not a shape, just a tear in the dark, stitched edges writhing like veins, stretching wide enough to swallow the room. Then the light burst. The house went black. When the power returned minutes later, everything looked normal, except my reflection. It doesn't blink when I do. It watches, waiting for 2:13 a.m. And tonight, I think it